I have not been sick in a long pho-king time. So today, you guessed it, we're going to make some pho if you want to tag along. I got these beef bones from the Asian market. You're going to rinse those off really good. Reason why you do that is to get rid of some of the impurities off the meat. You'll get a cleaner, more delicious broth that way. A yellow onion, ginger, chop that into smaller pieces. I'm going to roast all this together today to help save myself some time. This is completely optional, not traditional to pho, but I always like to add some garlic in there too. So I'm going to take 1 head of garlic. We're going to roast this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes to an hour. Really let those flavors develop. I'm going to go off of a suggestion from one of my followers. Now, normally I just throw my aromatics in with my bones. However, one of my followers said, throw it in with my spice packet so I don't have to separate these later. I'm going to fill up my pan with water, and I know, sue me, sink water. Most people who are low income have no choice but to use the water that comes out of their faucet. I watched like the Lorax and Fern Gully, stuff like that growing up, and it feels so dystopian. It feels literally like we're in the Lorax, where our water is going to be contaminated to the point where we have no choice but to have to buy bottled water. Just like they did the same thing with the air, where the air was polluted. Companies, the government, everyone involved was polluting the air and profiting off of it. Like, critical thinking. Are we still talking about kids' movies? Get that going on my back burner. My front burner is already trying to smoke me out. We're going to take those spices and we're going to toast those off. Don't want to skip this part. It's pretty important. It helps bloom your spices and make everything nice, rich, and aromatic. For your pho fish sauce, if you are allergic, there are vegan, vegetarian alternatives. I will tell you now, I'm heavy-handed with the fish sauce. I use about 1/4 cup in my soup. Some people only use 2 to 3 tablespoons. Just use your best judgment. I always say start with less and add more. I like to use palm sugar in my pho. You can also use rock sugar, brown sugar, granulated sugar, whatever you got. This is just personal preference. When I learned how to make this, I learned how to make it from one of my friend's parents, and they were Lao Cambodian. So the pho I make is probably more similar to like a Lao or Cambodian pho than it is a Vietnamese one. And I just wanted to say, like, today's the first day I didn't spill my spices all over. This is pretty much like a tea bag that's a flavor bomb for your pho. And dip that in there. This is optional. I also like to add a little bit of MSG in there. And I know you guys are going to say it. No black pepper for the honey. I usually do not add black pepper to my pho because I want the broth to be as clear and perfect and beautiful as possible. So if she wants to add black pepper after I make this, she can go buck wild. But when I make my pho, I don't add the black pepper in there. White pepper is preferable, but I don't have any. So this is what we're doing. Make sure you salt that. Now, pho is best when you cook it for hours and hours and hours. So it's about 3 o'clock now. I'm going to let this cook until about 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30. That's still cutting it. When I make pho, I really like to wake up first thing in the morning and get it going. But because I'm under the weather today, I didn't get it going till like around 1 or 2 o'clock. It is what it is. But let this cook as long as possible. All right, I'm going to serve this up. I'm going to take some of our rice noodles, which I've already pre-soaked. Sliced beef I got from the Asian market. Now, mind you, when I make this, I expect it to last at least 2 days. Tomorrow, my daughter has her basketball tournament, so we're going to eat the leftovers after her game. Go ahead and add your broth. This is going to cook your meat. Broth, very hot, cooks very thin meat quickly. So don't worry about your meat not cooking. I've got some green onion, some Thai basil, and some cilantro. My family does not like bean sprouts. I just stopped buying them. I'm the only one that eats them. Pickled onion in pho is top tier. Something about the vinegar and the broth just hits so hard. My homemade pickled jalapenos. Gonna add a couple of those in there. Always serve this up with a side of hoisin and sriracha. I'm going to top that with some fried garlic. And just like that, you'll have a delicious pho, bougie on a budget style. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands, you nasties, because the germs are going around. Love you guys. Bye.